Hey team, hope we're having a fantastic day. Let's get right on into it. So, Battlefield 6 Season 2 has been out for about a week, and I've got some thoughts and notes, both good and bad, from what I'd consider a casual player's perspective on the content and changes, alongside with how things could be improved or what I'd like to see changed throughout this season. I'll have timestamps if you wish to skip to specific areas, otherwise, let's get right on into it. Starting off with the good. Firstly, the new map Contaminated. Awesome. It's a fantastic, beautiful map. It plays really well in all game modes. Breakthrough's layout is awesome. Each side is memorable. Each conquest capture point and escalation capture point is memorable, fun, and slightly different. You have the main bunker side and the main C flag in the middle. In that main massive bunker area, that plays really well for close quarters. Then you have the outskirts and top of the mountain area and all those lanes and pathways for tanks and light armored vehicles to traverse, with all the trenches as well for infantry. It plays really well, and helicopters fit in really well. There's a lot of cover for helis on the map. It's fun to actually play as a heli pilot, surprisingly. It is a very good, overall, just fantastic map. Definitely one of the top maps in the game. So that's the first good thing with the update. The VL7 gas is a cool feature. It's not as much of an annoyance as I thought it would be. It slows down gameplay a bit and makes you think a little bit more, and the effect is pretty cool. Overall, another good thing. The new weapons, I've only been able to unlock the VCR2 so far. Very good assault rifle, very fun, very high fire rate, lots of recoil, but overall it's a fantastic gun and it is fun to use. I've been able to unlock the Eagler launcher as well. A little bit underwhelming, still cool to use. I haven't been able to properly make it relock on target yet. I could just be using it wrong. But yeah, I haven't been able to unlock the new LMG, the M121A2, and the new DMR, the Grot CPS, and then the new recon gadget, the Mark II drone interceptor. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but like the EMP gun thing. They all seem really good, really fun to use from gameplay I've seen, and like the stats and just the sound of it. We'll get into why it's annoying later for them being in the battle pass in the bad section, but yeah. And then finally, I guess the little bird for content wise for the good. It is fun. It does follow the glass cannon approach, but it is very nimble, and it is meant to be a little weaker and easier to take down with just general fire and whatnot. It is a good addition. It shakes up maps well. It is actually fun to use. And then the final good things I would take away from the patch notes were the Battle Pass challenges changing to be all game mode playable. Makes that way better and less tedious than having to play specific game modes, which was really annoying, and I didn't end up doing them. Even with the rerolls, there would still be stuff left over. And then the progression change for the Battle Pass to make it easier. And then I would say the guns and recoil definitely feel better. There is problems with that later on. And then the rangefinder nerf was very much appreciated. So now going on to the bad. So obviously weapon progression hasn't changed at all. That definitely needs to change. It is way too tedious and long. As a casual player, I don't have enough time, or I don't really want to even use the one gun for hours upon hours on end and feel like I'm not gaining progress to it. The next thing would be guns and our laser beams. So from the recoil and balancing work of the weapons, whilst it does feel better, it makes all the guns even more laser beamy than before, which is just not fun to get beamed across the map. The new stuff takes way too long in the battle pass to unlock, especially with it being even more drip fed on top of the drip fed from the delay, and with the stuff being at the end of each battle pass path as well. It's just not fun, even with the progression changes. If they made them on the first page, maybe that would be better, or just challenges like I thought they should be. initially, but I guess not. Then the other two main things are that there was no gadget or vehicle balance in the patch notes. Obviously, there wasn't enough content, or there's not enough content throughout the season for it, because whilst I'm enjoying the map Contaminated, I reckon it's got about a week left of enjoyment left before I get overused to it, and then I probably won't be back until the next map releases, the Hagental Airbase, and the LTMs don't really entice me much. I do love the gas. Why that's not a permanent thing or a Levolution event that happens on the map, I don't know. But yeah, that's about the bad from this season. Now, segue onto the movement changes, because it's about 50-50 for that. So regarding them, I've seen a lot of mixed feelings surrounding the changes. For me personally, the only thing I've noticed is the slide being shorter and carrying less momentum to get behind cover. Otherwise, it hasn't really affected me overall or my gameplay style. But I do understand on how it reduces the potential for a skill gap, which I don't really want to occur. I want there to be a skill gap. I want to be able to strive and learn more. So I'm about 50-50 on these changes right now. So let me know how you guys feel about this. Now, finally, from these negatives, how can they be improved, or in a timely manner, or more realistically, from how I think it should change? So reducing the weapon progression grind, I reckon by like 30 or 40%. I reckon 50% is probably going to be a bit too much, because I feel like with the double XP token, it feels like it progresses, a bit too fast for that to be the standard rate. And also, I feel like attachments should be altered a little bit. I feel like I make a similar class or like gun loadout for each gun I use. I don't know how they change that, but that should be changed. Maybe with the in-world spotting being reduced and making suppressors more viable, and reducing muzzle velocity and stuff like that, which then leads on to the laser beam style guns. So increasing recoil, maybe increasing spread a little bit to make you tap fire more, and reducing muzzle velocity. That's all I can really think of for those changes. And then I saw in the community update they are planning to implement the TTK changes and limb modifiers. That will help a lot. That'll be really good for the game. I can't wait till they implement those. Onto some gadget improvements. Reducing the RPG velocity and maybe increasing the drop rate to make it less effective would be very beneficial for vehicles and make it less of a must pick. Decreasing the maneuverability of the tow missile as well. That will be very beneficial again for vehicles. And maybe making the grenade launcher on the assault class not a one-shot kill would be good. Obviously, there's more gadget balancing that should occur, but I'm not really sure what else other than maybe the assault's like class gadget stim thing being reworked or something. Obviously with some other balancing changes. And then the only other thing would be for something that's actually viable or being able to do for vehicles sooner rather than later, I would say is reducing the heli to heli TTK and reducing the heli to jet TTK, similar to how they decreased the cannon's effectiveness against the jet on jet TTK by, I think I saw like 40%. I reckon that would help a lot along with the other gadget changes and whatnot. And then finally, I saw somewhere, I'll put it up if I can find it, something about persistent lobbies. That would be really beneficial. It would make the community a lot better. It would make my enjoyment a lot more, staying with the same thing, same teams, rotating through maps more consistently. It would be a huge benefit. That's about it. That's all I wanted to cover. So the TLDR is, the overall content added to the game is great. Fantastic even. The changes don't seem like enough to warrant the month's delay, and they made other issues that were already there more persistent, and the overall content amount of this season is just not enough. I agree with a lot of people. Just one extra map, the 3 maps, will be better. Maybe altering it so it's not a month between each update would also be better. And I still have hope for Battlefield 6 that it can become a great game. I want it to become a great game because I still still deep down enjoy it. It just needs some good changes throughout this season. Wrap for this today, so leave a like and comment below on how you feel about the current state of Battlefield. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.